Kenny Campbell, don't put some gas in that caution car and get it out of the way. You better paint a number on it. Here comes Benny Parsons. He's got it all revved up and charged up. David Pearson to the outside. They're racing, and they're going to be side by side. Pearson on the high side, Parsons on the low side. They're heading into turn one.
The charge of the Light Brigade, door to door, dead even through that turn number one. Now Parsons half a car length over Pearson. Parsons down low. Pearson takes the high road, pulling along Dale Earnhardt behind him, and here comes Neil Bonnet to fall up in fourth spot. They're down the back chute where Pearson has the lead going in three.
David Pearson leading the 31st edition of the Southern 500. Dale Earnhardt running second. Benny Parsons is third. Neil Bonnet also in on this battle. Bonnet a couple of laps down, but he wants to get in there and battle with those leaders. Running in fourth spot is Neil Bonnet. He has moved up into the fourth spot. But David Pearson leads them into turn one.
Pearson, Earnhardt goes down low. It's Benny Parsons third. In fourth, Neil Bonnet. Here's Dale Earnhardt trying to make a charge now. Too wide as that Bonnet drops down inside, but has to fall back in behind Benny Parsons. Pearson will lead him into three. Now Earnhardt has it.
Dale Earnhardt, your new leader of the Southern 500 for just about 35 feet as David Pearson goes right back around. Dale Earnhardt and David Pearson leading once again. They come back to the start-finish line. 363 laps out of 367 laps completed. 364. David Pearson into turn one. Has about a car length advantage over Dale Earnhardt.
He maintains it, but now Earnhardt drops to the low side. Pearson drops down just about half a lane and cuts him off. Earnhardt in second. Now Parsons tries to get inside of Earnhardt. Now Earnhardt inside of Pearson. Fourth is Bonnet as they hit turn three.
David Pearson closes the door. Earnhardt falls back about a half a car length. It's going to be a battle, and we've got one smoking going into turn one. Frank Warren's car coming across the start-finish line. David Pearson battling with Dale Earnhardt and battling all over the way. Who is going to be leading coming out of two?
And getting in that Dale Earnhardt, missing him, spinning is Benny Parsons. Bonnet comes through. Parsons down on the apron. David Pearson got through. Neil Bonnet got through. Up pinned on the wall is Dale Earnhardt over at the exit of turn two. And slowed way down and coming very slowly, limping around will be car number 27, driven by Benny Parsons. So you'll see Neil Bonnet back to the line.
Neil Bonnet is racing David Pearson back to the start-finish line. Neil Bonnet coming across the start-finish line. David Pearson looks like he got into the wall also. And Terry Labonte gets around also. And the caution period is out. 367 laps. 366 laps have been completed. They're waving and they're happy and they're celebrating down in one of the crews, and we're trying to pick out which crew it is. 44, Terry Labonte. His crew is jumping up and down and they're waiting to see. We've got to pick this out of all the excitement. He passed David Pearson. David Pearson ran into the wall, hit the wall one more time, and the checkered flag has come out and it waved. And the word we get that it's waved for Terry Labonte. Car number 44 out of Corpus Christi, Texas. And Terry said he would like to improve his finish 2 spots this year in the Southern 500, and it looks like he has. Terry Labonte, the scoreboard still showing David Pearson in first spot. And in second, Dale Earnhardt, but we've got to wait and see exactly. We've got to get it. Hank, what happened?
Well, of course, we know the scoreboard was not changed for that last lap because Dale Earnhardt hit the wall and Benny Parsons spun. They're both completely out of it, and they're not in second and third places as the scoreboard shows. It appears that Terry Labonte has won the race. That's what it looks like from here at the moment.
Well, Terry Labonte's crew is really, really rejoicing. They're jumping up, down, celebrating, having a great time, and the cars are still riding around the racetrack. Hoss Ellington's crew standing right beside the Terry Labonte crew, and they're talking. David Pearson hit the wall going into two and got everybody. Then the action started with Dale Earnhardt getting into the wall, and then Benny Parsons spinning around. David Pearson is trying to come down pit road, and I don't even believe David's going to be even make it to the garage area. The car is almost totally destroyed on the right-hand side of the car. David trying to keep it rolling, keep it heading. Hoss's team running down now to meet him.
So far, they have no car headed for Victory Lane. We're waiting to see what they do.
We have no car waiting, headed for Victory Lane, as Hank said. So we're waiting on the NASCAR, folks. Here comes Terry Labonte down pit road now, and everybody is out waving at him, congratulating him, and shaking his hand. So it looks like the young man from Corpus Christi, Texas, now living in High Point, North Carolina, has won the 31st edition of the Southern 500 by just about a foot and a half over David Pearson. And now he's got so much crew on the hood of his car, he's not going to be able to see how to get to victory lane. They're standing around all over the car, on top of it, the trunk, the hood, everywhere. So Terry Labonte has won the 31st edition of the Southern 500. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a minute. From Darlington, South Carolina, this is the Universal Racing Network.